What happens when every click, every purchase, and every message crosses borders instantly? Is globalization even possible today without the internet, satellites, or AI? In 2025, technology doesn't just power globalization, it is globalization. Stay with us because we're rediving into how technology transformed from a tool of trade into the very infrastructure of global interaction. From fiber-optic cables under oceans to AI-driven diplomacy and blockchain-based trade, we'll uncover the layers. If that sounds wild, give this a like and stick around. It only gets deeper. It began with telegraphs and steamships, but globalization didn't truly accelerate until the internet lit up the world. In the late 20th century, the World Wide Web gave every country a chance to share, sell, and speak across continents instantly. But it was the 21st century's rapid innovation, smartphones, cloud computing, AI, 5G, that compressed time and space like never before. By 2025, nearly 67% of the world's population is online, and over 6.8 billion people own smartphones. That's not just access, that's dependence. Economic systems, social interactions, and even political movements ride on the rails of digital technology. US firms like Google, Apple, and Amazon are among the top 5 global tech influencers, while China's Alibaba and Huawei push back with equal digital muscle. Welcome to the real Cold War, fought not with tanks, but with bandwidth. Let's take trade. The rise of e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Alibaba, and Shopify has redefined international commerce. In 2025, cross-border e-commerce is valued at over $5 trillion annually, and companies can run global operations with a laptop and an internet connection. Fintech platforms like Stripe and Revolut process billions in cross-border payments each day. No bank branches, no borders. And then there's AI. Governments use AI to track supply chains, monitor international treaties, and detect economic disruptions. The World Bank, for instance, is now piloting AI models that assess infrastructure projects in developing countries, helping guide investment decisions with real-time data. The US military, it uses predictive AI to assess geopolitical threats. Meanwhile, China, its Digital Silk Road initiative, is exporting surveillance tech and 5G infrastructure across Asia and Africa, all bundled as economic aid. Like this breakdown so far? Hit subscribe. We've only scratched the surface. Cybersecurity is another major axis. In 2025, cyber attacks are considered acts of economic warfare. The SolarWinds breach in the 2020s exposed vulnerabilities in US government and tech sectors. Since then, nations have treated cybersecurity as national security. The US Cyber Command operates like any traditional military branch, defending digital borders as aggressively as physical ones. And who controls the infrastructure? Undersea cables, satellites, cloud data centers, whoever builds and maintains them holds global leverage. The US controls a large share of cloud infrastructure through AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. But China's Beidou satellite network and its aggressive push for 6G dominance are challenging US influence. Now enter blockchain and decentralized tech. These platforms are creating new kinds of global economies. In 2025, over 200 million people globally use crypto wallets. Ethereum, Solana, and newer platforms are enabling decentralized finance, DeFi, global contracts, and cross-border lending with no banks involved. Governments are scrambling to regulate, or in some cases, adopt this tech. The US Federal Reserve is still debating a digital dollar, while China's digital yuan is already in pilot circulation in 80 cities. But technological globalization isn't just about economics, it's also about culture and power. TikTok, YouTube, and Netflix aren't just platforms, they're cultural weapons. In 2025, American media dominates online views globally, but South Korean pop culture, Indian cinema, and even Nigerian Afro beats are rising fast, often outpacing Hollywood in global reach. Algorithms are now the gatekeepers of cultural influence. Let's not forget space. Starlink and other satellite internet systems are providing broadband access to remote corners of Earth, unlocking new markets and collapsing digital divides. At the same time, nations are militarizing space tech. Satellites that can jam signals, hack networks, or disable enemy infrastructure from orbit are already operational. Imagine you're a policymaker in a developing country. Your people demand cheap smartphones, online banking, and Netflix, but you can't build any of it yourself. So do you choose American tech, Chinese tech, or try to develop your own digital sovereignty? That's the real geopolitical puzzle of 2025. Technological globalization has created a world where borders are blurred, economies are entangled, and influence is digital, but it's also fragile. Supply chain disruptions, chip shortages, quantum computing threats, and even solar flares could bring the system to its knees. And yet the race continues. Nations are investing more than ever into tech infrastructure, data regulation, and digital defense. Because in 2025, whoever controls the tech doesn't just win the trade war, they shape the future. So what happens when nations can't unplug even if they want to? Is technological interdependence a path to peace or a new kind of warfare? Subscribe for more insights into global affairs.